So as Beverly was sharing, the journey her family took to become a foster family hasn't always been easy, certainly, but it has been a great experience, and she can't imagine life any other way. So we definitely want to help you with the basic steps so your family can have this experience too. So in order to become a licensed foster parent for Kids Crossing, let's talk about some of the paperwork that is involved, because I'm sure that's kind of where you want to go next. So your first step is to request an application packet, the whole packet, to be sent to you in the mail. And you can easily do that at the end of this webinar. We'll walk you through that. And so to expedite the process, you want to start with two things, the application and the background check. So first, with the application, you're going to complete the state application, which is a couple pages and pretty simple to go through, and then the background checks too. And the background checks are, I know, the most dreaded part of this whole process. Everyone hates walking into the police station and getting some ink on their fingers. But just remember, we definitely do these so we can make really good decisions about our applicants to ensure our kids are well cared for and going into good homes. So the two background checks that we do, one is the fingerprint card, which after you get completed at the police station, you turn into us and we'll submit it for you. And this enables us to check both Colorado Bureau of Investigation and Federal Bureau of Investigation. And then another check that we do is the background investigation form, and this is a really easy form to complete, and it allows us to check the Central Registry database, which indicates if someone's been founded for child abuse or neglect in the state of Colorado. So if you do have any questions or concerns about this part of the process, just contact me, and I'm happy to talk it over with you. So the background checks do take a long period of time. They take up to 3 to 4 months, and so because of that time frame that it takes just for that part to be completed, there are other things that you can do while you're waiting for them to come back. So let's talk about those next steps. So while you're waiting for your background checks to come back, you can definitely start your training. For example, the core training classes would be sort of the main thing that's required for all prospective foster parents, and these classes are 12 credit hours. And at Kids Crossing, we hold them over the course of 2 days, usually one evening during the week and then one Saturday class, and you do attend both of those. And so this is a great time to meet other hikers, compare stories, talk about fears, and certainly learn the ropes and get your trail map. The other training that you do need to make sure you have is CPR first aid. Some of you might already be certified somewhere else and current on your certification, so just give us a copy. That's great. But if you don't have the certification, you can take the classes just about anywhere as long as they're not online. Or if you want a connection to a resource person that will train you, we have names of people in all of our offices that do that. And the cost is usually about $50 a person for this part of the training. And just so you know, that is really about the main cost involved in the licensing process. So there are some other documentation type steps as you complete the licensing process too, and other things, of course, that you can work on during your background checks. For example, physicals are needed for everyone that resides in your home. It's a real basic physical. We have a form. It's on our website that you can check out, and it's not very extensive at all. We do ask for copies of driver's licenses and car insurance and registration for anyone who's going to be driving kids around. We do reference checks. So on your application, you'll have a chance to put names and addresses of people that you want us to contact. We do ask for pet records to make sure pets are current on vaccinations. And then there are other policies that we have you review and sign. One example I'll give you is the discipline policy. Rules do state that foster children cannot be physically disciplined or restrained, and so we make sure that we go over some of those things with you in the beginning just so you know the expectations down the road. So after all that paperwork, we do start, and the background checks are back, we do start the home study and then the home inspection, and they're kind of the last two steps in the licensing process. And the home study is really kind of the biggest part of this, and it's our chance to get to know your family, and really we want to know all you have to offer a potential child. We talk about a lot. We talk about your childhood, relationships, your health, your parenting philosophy, your extended family, support systems, finances, and so on. And this process does take about a month with a few visits to your home during that time too. So then one of the last steps there will actually come into your home and do the home inspection, and this is the safety inspection of your home to ensure that your physical space is appropriate and safe for a child. So as it says here, Typically will take about 6 months for all of these different steps to be completed. So hopefully, I haven't scared you off already. Our children needing foster placement really deserve the best. So we ensure our assessment process is really thorough, and we really want to make good decisions about the homes and the families that our children are placed into. So once this process is complete, you're a licensed foster parent, and you're eligible immediately for the placement of a foster child, or maybe two, into your home. And at this point, too, your very own hiking guide is assigned to you, otherwise known as your foster home supervisor, and they'll be the ones visiting your home at least one time a month, sometimes more, and really helping you as you hike. You'll probably need them a lot in the beginning and maybe less later on, but they're always there for you. You just need to shout and they'll come running. Also, your backpack will be constantly replenished with what we or you and your guide think that you need to be successful. For example, respite care is available to give you a break when you need it. Trainings will be offered that are geared towards the type of kids that you actually have in your home or want to work with, and there'll be coaches when you need a word of encouragement along the way. There will be the fellow hikers who have paved the trail before you and can certainly understand better than staff what you're actually going through. And for example, when you might feel like you're in the dark with why a child is acting out in a certain way in your home, we can involve the therapists, and they can act like a headlamp and shine some light on the child's behaviors.